Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Faith on the Ground. I'm your host, Ian Velasquez. Faith on the Ground is where we shine a light on folks, on what God is doing through real people and real ministry right now. And each week we're sitting down with leaders in our community that are just doing a difference in their churches and communities and all that sort of stuff. And so this morning I have Mr. Mike King he is the executive director at Raleigh's Place here in Clanton. So, man, thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. Man, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite. Excited to share a little bit about what we're doing at Raleigh's Place.
Come on.
So a little bit about me. I've been in Clanton most of my life, and as we kind of began this discussion, I landed here just after 7th grade.
Yeah.
As a foster kid myself.
Oh, wow.
Into the ministry that I now get to direct.
That's so cool.
And have pretty much been here ever since. And so,
you are a Clantonite. You are a Clanton.
I'll claim it. I claim it.
Clantonian.
That's right. And so, grew up here, middle school, high school, and then went to college and met my wife, Kyla, in college.
Yeah.
And moved away to Huntsville for a couple years working at a church, and then back to Clanton, and pretty much been here ever since. And so today we've got 2 kids, Fletcher and Ella. They're 7 and 4. We are members at, and I'm an elder at Peach City Fellowship. And we're here.
Come on, man. I love it. So, fun fact, his daughter Ella and my daughter Sky are in the same preschool class, and so it's probably wild in there.
I guarantee
Sky, there's no doubt. Sky,
my daughter, I don't think she knows your daughter's name, so she just calls her Bestie.
That's so cool. That Sky the whole time, so she bases like everything off of what Ella is going to think of what she's doing, and I'm just so like, good. All right, sweet. I'm glad y'all are set on that one. Oh my gosh, Sky tangent this morning. Sky literally every single morning is like, I want to bring this to some kind of toy to school, and she's like, I have to show Ella. I have to show all these other kids, and I'm just like, okay, if this will get you out the door, and we can get to school, let's go. But man, that's so cool. I love it. And so going off of this and doing this stuff at Raleigh's Place, how did you just first feel called into ministry and the ministry? Well, I guess before I go into that, tell us a little about like what Raleigh's Place is and what that looks like.
Yeah, so Raleigh's Place, we're a foster care ministry here in Clanton.
Yes.
And been here just over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, during that time, our ministry has kind of evolved and developed.
Yeah.
And so today we kind of operate within 4 different programs.
Okay.
And so we partner with local foster homes here in Chilton County, and we're just trying to meet needs there, provide encouragement, resources, and want to try to come alongside our foster families to just provide that extra support. And we also own and operate Katie's Closet thrift store, and we don't do a great job of marketing why that store exists, but the primary focus is to be able to provide free resources to foster kids and families. And so that's the number one reason that exists. And 2, whatever we receive and are able to sell in the store goes to fund our other ministry initiatives. And so when people shop there, I hope they understand that money stays here. It's not going elsewhere. It's staying here, and it's impacting our work in our community to our foster kids. Third thing we have is our summer camp program.
Yes.
And so that's a big deal. This year will be, I think, year 15 of doing that.
Oh,
and
wow.
so it is a camp just like your traditional Christian summer camp program. And so we've had kids over the years from Huntsville to Mobile coming right here to Clanton, where they are going to hear the gospel, going to experience the love of Christ, and hopefully have one of the best weeks of their life.
Man, I've heard a lot about that one. So there's some kids that I've worked.
Kind of what we're doing. I mean, we're trying to serve, from the infant that comes into care all we're doing. I mean, we're trying to serve,
Yeah.
from the infant that comes into care all the way until, they're preparing to age out.
Yeah, man, that is so cool. And I think that's so cool how you're really just. Yeah, man, that is so cool. And I think that's so cool how you're really just pressing in on every age up even until they age out, and just being there for them and working with them. Man, I love it. And so going off of that, Mike, how did you just first feel called into this ministry or just into ministry as a whole?
Yeah, so I really began taking my faith seriously in high school.
Yeah.
And really and studying. Mom kept calling it nerd camp. So they said, "Do you want to go to this?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, I'll do it. It sounds awesome. So you go and you spend a week on campus and you kind of go through some classes. You learn more about the university, all the different things. And I hated it. Absolutely. I hated it. And I was like, I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to go to Alabama anymore. It's too big. There's too many people, all these other things. And so I really, that was a kind of a wake up moment for me because I'm going into my senior year of high school. Now I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Right.
So now I thought, well, I kind of have an interest in maybe politics or law. Mm-hmm. And so I ended up then enrolling at North Alabama.
Yeah. And
so the summer, before going into college, I went to orientation, I did the whole thing. It was ready to go to UNA. And then my parents had went to, they had a booth sharing about Raleigh's Place at one church denomination convention thing that they do. And they heard about another college. And so when they got back, they said, "Look, we know that you're already planning to go to UNA, but if you want to go and tour this other school, we'll take you." And so about the same time, I remember cutting grass and really just praying, like, "Lord, what in the world do you want me to do?" Because I didn't have any real clear direction. And so and I won't say I heard an audible voice from God, but I did feel just very strongly, just in my heart, that ultimately I was going to be at Raleigh's Place working. And I thought specifically it was going to be running the camp program. Wow. Because at that point we hadn't started yet.
Right.
And we were still building some of the facilities to get there. And so we went and we toured this other college, and I said, "This is it. This is where I need to be." And so then I kind of changed my trajectory and went and pursued a biblical and theological education.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I know I can do camp, but that's only in the summer. So I've got to find something to do in the meantime. And so I thought, well, maybe I can be a youth pastor or a Bible teacher or something. And so, kind of had the encouragement from my parents to pursue this.
Yeah.
I had encouragement from my pastors to pursue this.
Yeah.
I had encouragement from other men in the church to pursue this. And so I did it. So went to Bible college and
where was that at?
Ultimately, I ended up at Southeastern Bible College in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Before it shut down.
Right.
But that's for another day. And got my degree there, and after my sophomore year of college is when we started camp.
Okay.
And so that conversation went from my mom, "Hey, Mike, we're going to do camp this summer, and you're going to be the director."
Right. All right.
I said, "Rock and roll." And
Let's go.
so we did it. And so since then, I have worked at Raleigh's Place since I was 19 years old.
Wow.
Running our summer camp program, but have also always worked in a local church as well.
Right.
And so I interned at a local church all through college and taught Sunday school and small groups and all that, and have continued to serve in a local church as well. And so, going back to that time when I'm sitting on that mower tractor cutting that grass, would have had no idea that I would have ended up in where I'm at now.
Man, that's so cool though. But just to see where God's kind of brought you through all that, and even then when you kind of had that plan, like all right, I'm going to UNA. I'm going to do this. And just him just kind of say, hang on, check this out.
Right.
Check this out real quick. And no, that's so cool, though, that you've been able to really just build on that at Raleigh's Place since then. Because you said since you were 19. That is such an awesome story just to kind of see how you've grown into that, too. Yeah. And so what's a moment, I guess, since working there that confirmed that you were right where God wanted you to be?
Yeah. It's hard to narrow it down to one, but I think one kind of overarching theme I have seen since doing this is just God's providence.
Yeah.
Just on how the Lord provides and meets every need. And so when we first started doing this, I wasn't getting paid.
Right.
And so when me and my wife moved back down here after serving at church in Huntsville, I didn't get paid very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously, I've been eating. And so the Lord has always provided at every turn for me, for my wife, for my family, and also for this ministry. And so there's just been times where, we needed a certain dollar amount to accomplish something.
Right.
And randomly, that dollar amount shows up in the mailbox.
Wow.
Or, we've had this person that has always turned us down, to do something for us or to help us with something, and then they just randomly say, I feel like I need to step up and do this now.
Wow. And
so, man, I mean, just at every moment, the people we've had come into the ministry, the people we've served, the things that the Lord has provided, just at every need, God has always been faithful. I usually would say, even when we don't deserve it, but especially when we don't deserve it.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. No, and that's so cool just that he's still, just how he is providing for you in all of that. And and just growing with that. And I guess if you look at this, when you look at Raleigh's Place, what would you say is just the heartbeat behind that?
Yeah. So our mission statement is to live the gospel by loving the fatherless. And so we kind of take that from beginning to end of Scripture.
Yeah.
God shows that He has a heart for the fatherless.
Yeah. And
the orphan and the all these, the widow and all these others, and so that is the heartbeat of our ministry is really just to live out what the Lord calls us to do already in Scripture.
Yeah.
And so so as part of that, we kind of obviously these are children who have been through things that no child should ever have to experience.
Right.
And so when we meet a lot of these kids, there's not a lot of hope.
Right.
There's not a lot of love that they've felt. And so we want to try to help restore some hope and some dignity in their lives. And so that is the heartbeat of our ministry. Living the gospel by loving the fatherless.
Yeah, come on. Man, and I think I feel like this is such an awesome just ministry as a whole because of, just looking at what you said, just loving them because they are the fatherless, the all these things that get put, that have them in this situation to where y'all get to just love on them, man. Yeah. And I think that is a really cool thing. But we're going to take a quick little break, and then we will be right back in our second segment with just our ministry in motion, just what's going on right now at Raleigh's Place and all the things that that Mike is excited about. So we'll be right back here after this.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984.
Okay, we are back here with Faith on the Ground, here with Mr. Mike King at Raleigh's Place. But going into our second segment, Ministry in Motion, what is something in your ministry right now that you're just really excited about?
So we got a few things.
Okay.
One of them, something I've been working on for a few months now and hoping to launch soon, is small groups for foster parents.
Yeah.
And just the idea is to get foster parents together to kind of help build that community. One of the reasons foster parents quit is because they feel isolated.
Yeah.
And so kind of had the idea to form small groups with a very specific focus on helping foster parents understand biblical principles of parenting.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if our mission is to live the gospel by loving the fatherless, what better way is there to do that than in the home?
Yeah.
And so, so the idea then is to kind of help parents understand their responsibility as making disciples in their home for however long they have them.
Yeah.
A month, a year, forever. And so really excited about getting those going and expect those to get going very soon. Also excited about camp this summer.
Yeah.
And so I think I mentioned earlier, this will be year 15 for us.
Man.
And it's been awesome. And so, you know, again, with that coming, camp is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, have y'all been to camp?
I've actually never been to camp.
You've never been to camp?
I've
Okay.
never been to camp, but I've met some students that have been to camp.
Yeah.
And I mean, and man, they won't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Summer camp on its own is a weird thing. It's you're isolated from everything else. You're in there with people that you don't know.
Right.
But somehow at the end of the week, you're all crying because you don't want to leave because it's been the best time of your life. And so, anyway, so we're so excited.
Did you mean camp
I
in
just
general?
mean camp in general.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I bet. Yes, on that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to leave. You were all in pretty much
I mean,
by the end.
Yeah, it is for sure this mountaintop experience. And so we're always excited to be able to do that. And if I can, I'd like to plug our staff positions that are available.
Yeah, man, come on.
Hey.
Absolutely.
So we are hiring for camp this summer, high school, college students, young adults to come and to serve alongside us as summer staff. And so we have a few different positions. Junior counselors would be more high school students who get to kind of do the grunt work of
Right.
camp. Help with meals, take out the trash, clean up stuff. But you also get to play with the kids and hang out with them and help with the games and things like archery and swimming, all that kind of stuff. And then our counselors are, you know, our primary caregivers, but also tasked with being our spiritual leaders.
Yeah.
And so they get to spend the most time with campers. They're leading devotions. They're taking care of the kids and loving on them.
Right.
And then some other needs that we have are a camp nurse.
Okay. Yeah.
And so just somebody to kind of check in from time to time to
kind of be on call,
bandage boo-boos, help with medicines, things like that. And so would love to recruit some of the listeners here, folks from our local churches to come alongside us and serve. These are amazing ministry opportunities to make an eternal impact.
Oh, for sure.
On the lives of these children from Huntsville to Mobile, coming right here to Clanton. So,
man.
Of course, you can visit our website, rawleysplace.org, to learn more.
I love it. Come on, man.
And then, And then another thing we're excited about is our transitional living apartments.
Yes.
And we have 3 guys living in there right now, and to just see some of the change in the growth that they're experiencing already in a short amount of time. And just one of them, we've been kind of teaching about personal finance. And this is a guy, he has no concept of how to manage his money.
Right.
And so teaching him, you see the light bulb go off. Oh, you mean when there shouldn't be a negative sign in front of my dollar sign in my bank account? No, you should never have that.
That's not good.
So, you mean I should only spend the money that I make in a week? Yeah. Or less than. Yeah.
You can even try.
And so, to get these guys who have fallen through the cracks,
right,
who haven't received the support, the care that they need, to see them learning things, to picking up new skills and developing as young men, it's very exciting.
Come on, man.
Challenging.
Right, I bet.
Very hard.
Oh, I bet.
Very difficult.
Oh gosh.
But pretty fun.
Man, y'all got some awesome stuff coming up though. I love when you mention the small groups for the foster parents, because I have a couple friends that they fostered children, and I think that's one thing that they don't say it a lot, but I think that's so cool to have that community that they could just kind of bounce stuff off each other, and still learn like biblical ways to parent as well. But as well, just to have that community, probably just to be able to go. And I can't say I know anything about the foster care system or anything like that. But I think just that community in general is huge in anything that you do. And so, kind of going off of that, can you share just a recent God moment that you've seen through your work?
Yeah. So.
Or you've seen God move or something like that.
So in relation to our transitional living apartments, kind of naively opened those thinking I could manage those myself, along with the other duties that I need to do, and quickly realized that was a terrible idea. and so a big God moment here lately has been the provision of a program coordinator.
Yeah.
Somebody to step in and to take this position. And the way that the Lord worked that out, this is a guy who's a friend of mine, probably one of my closest friends, and has been for years, who was doing a job that was pretty important.
Yeah.
He was working for a multi-million-dollar company, managing aspects of their company.
Yeah.
And several months ago, I just had a conversation with him about some of the struggles I was having with the guys. And that kind of sat with him for a while. And so he began kind of praying, like, Lord, what are some ways that I could help Mike? And I could work with these guys to kind of help them come along.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, right before Christmas, he said, "Hey, can we talk for a little bit?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I'm interested in this program."
Oh wow.
And he said, I've been praying about it for a few months, and I think the Lord wants me to join you at Rawley's Place helping these guys.
Wow.
And I'm like, what?
Okay. Oh, what?
I'm like, okay. And so he began with us last month and has already, I mean, just in a month,
Yeah.
has been a significant help.
Oh, yeah.
And improvement. And so to see him now investing in these guys, to see how quickly they have attached to him,
Yeah.
and they've opened up, and they've shared things with him that they haven't talked with me about.
Yeah.
And especially one of our guys who just crazy history.
Yeah.
And to see that guy come along, and to see how the Lord is using now, our new program coordinator to invest in these guys has been huge.
Yeah.
And it's been such a help and a huge burden off my back. And so, yeah, that's been a big God moment here lately.
I bet.
Yeah.
Just to have that help.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so going off of that, or coming off that question, how have you seen God move in just unexpected ways in your work? And that might be one way.
That's certainly one. And then another one, kind of coming into the end of the year. We're a nonprofit, and so
Right.
we rely solely on the generosity of other people,
Right.
to fund our ministry, to fund
Yeah.
my salary, to fund my employees, and so coming into the end of the year, we had some very unexpected big generosity.
Yeah.
And so that's really set us up to run our ministry in a pretty unexpected way.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this was, I can't really give too many details, but just huge blessing.
Yeah.
That's met a lot of needs already.
Come on.
And we'll continue throughout the rest of this year to meet needs that we didn't really expect to have
No, that's great.
back in November.
That's huge.
Man, big.
Come on, man.
So again, going back to that theme of God always provides.
Right.
Man, just
And you just see that through everything that you're doing.
over and over again.
I love it,
Yep.
man. That is such a huge just testament to how God will just take care of you.
Yeah.
And I so good. And so we're actually gonna go into our segment 3 real quick. And so this one's going over just personal and real in your life.
Yeah.
And so what is just a spiritual lesson that God's been teaching you here recently?
It's one of my struggles, just as a man, as a leader,
Yeah.
is I can be very passive. And so it's something I've been convicted. Study hasn't really helped with that. But just the idea that that I can't just sit around and expect things to happen.
Yeah.
But that I've got to be active, and not just in work, but in my marriage and my kids' lives and the ministry and the different things. And so I haven't figured that out yet. But it
Let me
is-
know when you do.
But
Come on.
but it is something that the Lord has been working on my heart and convicted me about.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll figure out how to
Come on.
move past that.
No, I'll definitely tell you, you're not alone on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to be in that not situation, but just like being passive and everything that,
Right.
and doing either with like, I love how you said with your family and with work. And I think when you just deal with people in general, you're going to be put in those situations. And, and one thing I know I've had to do is truly push myself to not be passive on either having that conversation with somebody or actively going out and doing what needs to be done. And so, man, definitely praying for you on that one, because I'm praying for myself. But so going off of that, our next question, what is something that just keeps you encouraged on the hard days, on the difficult days?
Yeah. Just knowing that Jesus didn't promise that it was going to be easy.
Yeah. He did not.
And so, you get to see the example of Christ, of the apostles, and to see that it wasn't easy. Jesus said, bear the cross. That's burdensome. And so when I'm feeling down or feeling, a little bit crushed, having that comfort. And so, I've been talking about God's providence, and I hope people aren't hearing like a health and wealth kind of
No.
gospel, but to show that the Lord provides and meets needs. And,
Yes, absolutely.
And even in our men's Bible study last night, we were looking at 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul's talking about, this is the end of my race.
Yeah.
I have fought the good fight. I'm being poured out like a drink offering. And so Paul, just telling us there in those few short words, it's a fight.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The word there is literally agono, agony. And so and so I draw great encouragement from that to know that the things that I might deal with or struggle with are nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to the light of eternity.
Right. Come on.
And so that's encouraging to me.
Man, and I think that's a great thing too, just because whenever we're going through so much stuff, whether it's with work, whether it's with family, whether it's church, whatever, it's good to lean on him through those things. Yeah. And I love how it's where you talk about it's the agony, going through this is nothing compared to the eternity that is waiting for us. And so, man, I love it. And so, fun questions. I love these. I love these. What is a hobby that you are just really into right now?
What is a hobby?
Who's got time to do anything else
for hobbies?
Come on,
man. This was such a fun question because I've dabbled in so many hobbies over the years, and none of them have seemed to be long term. But I've gotten into woodworking. When you turn 30s, you got to kind of make some decisions, right, of what you're going to do as a man,
right?
And so I've dabbled in woodworking, building tables, different things.
That's awesome.
Played little video games,
right,
here and there. Not much anymore. For several years, I was willing and dealing Pokemon cards.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. Right here in Clanton, I was like an international Pokemon cards dealer. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Like online, like eBay type stuff? Or
Not even on eBay, mostly on Facebook through different like groups and stuff.
Are you serious?
I was selling to people in Czech Republic and Australia and Italy.
Dude, what did you have?
I had good stuff.
Do you still have stuff?
I got rid of almost everything.
Oh, God.
But for a few years, man, I was.
Man.
Let's just say, Pokemon has paid for a couple of vacations for my family, and paid off some debts that we had, and
that's awesome.
It provided for Christmas a few times.
Come on,
it was good.
That's an awesome. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to that, and I remember I used to collect those like crazy when I was a kid, and I remember our house. Okay, my senior year of high school. House got hit by a tornado, all that good stuff. And literally, someone threw out my stash of cards that I had. And I know for a fact, the stuff I had, I would be rich. Yeah. Like, and to this day, I'm still so mad. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That's
so, any
awesome.
Listeners, you got some old cards you want to get rid of? I'm telling you. I'm feeling the itch again. It's been a few years, but my son has gotten into it.
Oh, I bet that's so much fun.
Huge, yeah. So I'm feeling the itch. After that, I got into disc golf. And I played disc golf like
Come on.
During COVID.
Right. I think everybody did during COVID.
Everybody. Well, so Brian Jones,
yes.
You know Brian.
Yes.
He was like, hey, man, let's go play some disc golf. And I mean, growing up, I always played Ultimate Frisbee and loved playing Ultimate Frisbee.
That's the same, right?
And so got into disc golf, played that pretty regularly for several years.
Do y'all have a course out there at Raleigh's Place?
We do actually have a course.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Place.
That's what he really does every day.
It's not open to the public. Oh man, I couldn't tell you last time I even threw a disc.
Oh god,
well, that's not true. It was yesterday. But
there you go.
But I haven't played a full round in a while. And then I've also dabbled in biking.
Yeah,
I don't look like it, but I've kind of fooled around with fixing and flipping bikes.
Wow. That's so cool.
So I've dabbled in a lot of hobbies, but at this very moment, I don't really have anything. You're just that I'm messing with.
Waiting for the next thing.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I love all of them though. That's so great.
Yeah.
Whether it's Pokemon, I'm pumped about that one. The bikes, that's a really neat one. Just to kind of get into that. Fun fact, I cannot ride a bike. And I will die if I tried to do that. Oh my gosh, the first time I went with my family, not my family, my wife's family. We went to like some park, like Manuka Park or somewhere around Alabama, and they had bikes you could rent. And this, no one knew this yet. And we're sitting there and we're going. They're like, "Hey, do you want to ride?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I get on this thing, and I go about 10 feet maybe, and I'm just like, wham! And I was like, this isn't for me. Give me some training wheels. Give me a 3-wheeler, whatever you want. This ain't working. So yeah, that's one thing. But I never learned. I just never did it, and whatever. But
that's funny. So my wife, when she was a kid, she learned how to ride a bike, and then she ran into a phone pole or something.
Oh, gosh.
And that was it. Tapped out. We got married, and then I retaught her how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And so when we lived in Huntsville, we had this City of Clanton. Listen to this. We had this long, they call it the Greenway, and it was basically a path, about 10 feet wide that kind of ran down this creek and fed kind of into the Alabama River.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we used to ride that all the time, but it was super flat, easy to do. You could be on there for miles,
right,
and be good. Well, I took her mountain biking at Oak Mountain.
Oh no.
A few years ago. And this was the last time she's been on a bike. And we're doing an easy trail. The one that just kind of goes around the lake at Oak Mountain. And there's one point where you kind of go down and right back up on a hill. And I yelled at her and told her, and she disagrees with me on this, but I yelled at her and told her, I said, "You've got to pedal through the mountain, got to pedal through the hill." She did not.
Oh no.
So I'm ahead of her. She's behind me. And she got halfway up the hill, stopped pedaling, and it fell backwards off the bike.
Oh no!
And that was it. That was no more biking for her.
Like, over. All right. If we're ever doing it again, everything's flat, not even the slightest hill. Oh man, no. Okay, that's great. I had to go off on that one. That's
good.
That's great. And so next one. I love this, asking everybody this question. If you could sit down with any biblical figure besides Jesus, who would it be and why?
All right, this is going to be an obscure answer.
I love it.
Okay,
I'm here for it.
This is one I've thought about this for a while, and I've kind of asked questions on this. If I had to pick one person,
okay,
if you go and you read Mark chapter 5,
okay,
like 1 to 20 or something, Jesus gets off the boat, and the Gerasenes, the demoniac, comes out of the tombs.
Oh my
and
goodness,
meets Jesus, right?
Yes,
and Jesus is like, he comes out and the demons in him are screaming, "What do you want with us, Lord?" And Jesus says, "Who are you?" And he says, "We're legion."
Right.
Because there's many of us. So anyway, cast out demons into the pigs. Pigs run off, die. The people report it to the town. They're terrified of Jesus.
Yeah.
And then Jesus is getting ready. They ask Jesus to leave. And so he's about to leave. And then the man says, "Lord, I want to come with you." And Jesus says, "Go and tell your friends about what happened to you. Show them how the Lord had mercy on you today." So I would love to sit down with that guy and just to hear the follow-up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what did you really do? Like, did you go tell your friends and family?
Right.
Did you go tell the Decapolis, this city, this place of 10 cities or whatever it is?
Yes.
How many people did you share the gospel with? Was it did the Spirit move and they accept it?
Right.
Did they become followers of Jesus? What was your role in the early church, if any? So
that's a great one.
That's always a character in Scripture that has stuck out to me, because we read about him in this one story, but we don't really hear about him again.
Right.
Except that we know that he goes back to his family in the Decapolis.
Right. And he was called to tell everyone what had happened, and just to see, like, hey, what did you do? Like, did you tell everybody? Did you let them know? And
so we'd love to see like a follow up with that guy.
Oh gosh, and I'd love to hear the way he would probably like just talk about it. Like, I was full of them. And he casted them out, and just how that would have been so neat. I love that. That's a great answer. I love that one. Okay, so next one. What is your just go-to worship song right now? I love worship stuff, and some folks that I talk to are just like, I don't really listen to that much worship music, and that's fine. But like either, and I'm not. It doesn't have to be contemporary. It could be hymns. It could be contemporary music, whatever. But I always like to just ask folks that question.
Yeah. So my all-time favorite hymn, written by Martin Luther, "A Mighty Fortress Is Our God."
Oh, yeah.
That one.
That's a good one.
That's it. That's
Boom.
my go-to.
That's my go-to. Because he is.
Yeah. I mean, you want a song that talks about the hope and the victory that we have in Christ?
Absolutely.
That's it.
Come on, dude. I love it. So going off this, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we will be back with our last segment, just kind of looking ahead and what ministry looks like going forward in this next season. So we'll be right back here after this.
Need care fast? Come see us at Chilton Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
And we're back here with Faith on the Ground, and we're in our last segment, just looking ahead. And what are you just currently just praying for, just within your work and in your ministry, man?
Yeah, so got kind of a few things. One, kind of praying for my continued development as a leader.
Yeah.
And so, I mentioned the passivity and all that kind of stuff. We're really learning how to create culture in a ministry, and then how to kind of keep it going and and encourage others, and how I'm having to learn how to wear a lot of different hats, how to be able to tackle a lot of different things at one time. So always praying for that, praying for more godly foster and adoptive homes,
right,
locally in the state and the country, because really, if we're going to impact these kids for eternity, it's going to be in the homes.
For sure.
And then, man, just above all, praying that Christ is honored in what we do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what matters the most. And so, if we're able to, see some kids come to know Christ, that's amazing. And so, praying that Christ is honored in our efforts.
Absolutely. And so going off that, what is just a dream you have for this next season of your work?
Yeah. The dream is sustainability.
Yeah.
And so getting to a place where everything is functioning and running like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah. I think that's every business.
I think that's every, yeah.
That's so
exactly.
good. That's so good though.
Because when you get to that point, things are a lot easier.
Yeah.
You're able to kind of maybe replicate what you're doing, or you're able to, be able to expand on things that you're doing.
Right.
When you get to a place when everything is running efficiently. And so, so I'm praying. I mean, we've had a lot of growth at Raleigh's Place over the last several years, adding different programs and ministries. And so, I'm hoping that it kind of in this next season, now that we've got some staff positions filled and different things, I'm hoping we can begin to see some sustainability and
For sure.
And really begin to grow this thing. Mm-hmm. So
come on, and so this is the question that gets everybody. Yeah. But what is something that you would tell yourself first starting out, either in ministry or even at Raleigh's Place?
Yeah. If I could go back to that young man, it would be two things. One, learn how to reject passivity.
Yes.
Early on.
You got
early
this.
on. And then two, make sure to surround yourself with godly men.
Yeah.
Men who are going to continue to disciple you and invest in you and help you along the way.
That's so good, man. And I feel like that's something like having that discipleship for us and having people that are those godly men to lead you in that way is huge. And so last question for today, how can just the community as a whole just be praying for you personally and for your ministry?
Yeah. Personally, one of my biggest prayers is for the salvation of my children.
Yeah, come on.
Even though they're young, 7 and 4.
Yeah.
We're still praying that they'll be saved.
That's so good.
The Holy Spirit be working in their heart, that Lord be drawing them to Himself, and so I'd love to invite others to pray for that.
Yes.
Be praying for more Christ-centered homes.
Yeah.
Both here in our community and in our state. Praying for our camp staff spots to be filled.
Yeah.
That's always a big prayer need, and because the more staff positions we're able to fill, the more campers we're able to take.
Yeah.
And so it's there's a direct result there, and so
right.
So I'd love to have the community praying that our staff positions will be filled.
Yeah.
Just be praying for foster parents in our community. These are people who are dealing with a lot, and we don't. If you're not in this world, you can't understand the amount of stuff that a foster parent goes with.
Oh no.
And it's and a lot of times it's dumb stuff.
Right.
Dealing with government, dealing with court system, dealing with these needs of a child that they just simply can't meet because of everything else that's going on. So, so be in prayer for foster parents. Pray, specifically that they're not feeling isolated, but that they can find a community, maybe in church or maybe in a small group or something.
Yeah.
But a place where they're pouring out all this love, but they also need love poured out on them. So
that's so good.
That would be a big prayer. And lastly, our current residents in our transitional living apartments. Pray those guys ultimately come to know the Lord.
Yeah.
And then learn how to be men.
Yeah.
Men who are able to lead themselves and their, eventual wives and children, and men who are able to work hard and work for the Lord.
Come on, man. That's so good. And man, thank you so much for coming on this morning. And I want you to know, I think the community sees what you're doing, and it's much needed. And I think it's such a special thing for these kids that are growing up in this system, and they have a place like Raleigh's Place to grow and to thrive, really. Even at camp and all these other things that you're doing, even when they age out, that y'all are still there for them, saying, "Hey, we still love you, we still care for you. Let's show you how to do this life thing. Let's help you out through it." You know. And so, I man, thank you so much for what you do and what you're doing. And just thank you for coming on to the show this morning. Let us learn a little bit about Raleigh's Place, man. I think that is something that everyone should really know about with this, man. And so thank you so much. Thank you guys for tuning in to Faith on the Ground. And we will be back next week on Tuesday at 10:30. You can check it out on Facebook, Piper Peach Radio, as well as YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch some of these episodes, whatever it might be, YouTube has it. So check them out. And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.